bonus bets.
Major League Baseball welcomes you to the following presentation of the St. Louis Cardinals.
St. Louis Cardinals baseball on Cardinals TV is powered by MLB. Once again, we join you from Busch Stadium, where the Cardinals and Reds meet in Game 2 of a 3-game series. Hi again, friends. Chip Carey, Brad Thompson, Jim Hayes coming along in just a second. The weather is heating up, and hopefully that's a good omen for a Cardinals offense that could stand some heat right now.
Yeah, look, that needs to be the case, right? The Cardinals offense, as we know, has been scuffling as of late. Their pitching's done a really good job, especially their starters, but need to give them a little support. Would be nice to see that early and often.
It's been a rough stretch for the Cardinals over the last 30 days, and Ollie Marmol says there's a simple solution. We got to start slugging.
Collectively, we just have to do a better job of executing if we're going to give ourselves a chance to shake hands at the end of the 9. Offensively, we just have to do a better job. We haven't done that as of late. The last 30 days haven't been ideal offensively, and we have to get back to just taking some really tough at-bats. And regardless of the result, just the style of the at-bat. So we haven't done that as of late, and it's led to the score being what it is at the end of the 9. So we need to get back to that quickly.
So, Brad, during this offensive drought, one thing that's been encouraging is the growth of the Cardinals staff. Andre Pallante, a 10-game winner tonight, Sunday, in the driver's seat.
Yeah, and Andre Pallante has had some success in his career against Cincinnati. 20 games, 10 starts, a sub-2.5 ERA, and he's done that, a lot of that work, in a very tough ballpark to pitch in. Andre Pallante has quietly been one of your most consistent starters, and you can see it. You can see the energy, the poise, and the presence from Pallante this year.
Those are adjectives that could be used to describe Hunter Green. The Reds' flamethrower, we're told, is pitching better now than he ever has as a big leaguer.
Yeah, those ones add electric, dynamic, lights out. That is the stuff that he has. The fastball's triple digits, good slider, good split finger, and he can punch some tickets. 11.47 Ks per 9 since 2025.
So he's off to a terrific start after an injury stint for Cincinnati. Part of a big weekend of baseball here in St. Louis, but the biggest stage at Cooperstown. It has a Cardinals connection. We'll break that down for you as we get you set for Game 2 here at Busch. The center of the big league baseball universe is Cooperstown, New York this weekend. Jack Buck, one of the all-time great broadcasters in our game, the longtime Cardinal voice, already ensconced in the broadcasters wing of the Hall of Fame. His son Joe Buck, inducted today, the first father-son duo to be so honored for excellence behind the microphone. Congratulations to Joe Buck and Jack Buck. Joe, part of the broadcast team here from 1991 through 2007, 24 World Series, NFL Hall of Fame, and now the Baseball Hall of Fame for our friend Joe Buck. And of course, Bill White, Brad, goes in as well. He's the winner of the Buck O'Neil Award for baseball excellence.
Yeah, what a career. 8-time All-Star, 7-time Gold Glover, the World Series champion in 1964, and the National League president from 89 to 94. So congratulations to those inducted. What a special day.
What's special about our sport is when youngsters start to play, you wonder, will they end up in Cooperstown? The Cardinals are hoping the future is closer than you think. We'll update some of the big names doing good work in the Cardinals minor league system as Brad and I get you set for the Red Birds and the Red Legs here at Busch Stadium.
Liberty, liberty.
Liberty.
St. Louis Cardinals baseball is presented by Budweiser. This Bud's for you by Central Bank, the hometown bank of the St. Louis Cardinals. Visit cardinalschecking.com and buy your quality Ford dealers. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 48 years. There's another great look at the past of the Cardinals, the Hall of Fame Museum here at Ballpark Village. Now it's time to take a look at some of the Cardinals' future. There's been a change, Brad, at the top of the prospect list, according to MLB.com.
Well, how about this? Your young catching phenom, Raniel Rodriguez. He is the #1 prospect in the Cardinals organization. Liam Doyle, how about the season Joshua Baez is putting together. Tanner Franklin, the flamethrower out of Tennessee as well. And then Leo Bernal, they're rounding out the top 5.
Speaking of Joshua Baez, he's not just knocking at the door, he's threatening to kick the whole door frame down with this season.
Well, he's going to hit a ball to St. Louis at some point. 30 home runs so far this season, 75 driven in. Are you kidding me with what he is doing? You're absolutely right. He is knocking down the door, and so is Quinn Matthews. This has been quite the season for him, and racking up strikeouts. We talk all the time, Chip, about swing and miss. 10 of them in the ball game last night.
Cooper Jerpy, the #14 prospect for the Cardinals, left-handed, different arm angle, finally healthy, and he's starting to shine.
I am digging what you're seeing out of him as well. We finish up seeing Quinn Matthews. How about another lefty drops down a little bit further? Look, the Cardinals love the arm angle when they drafted him in the first round. They love the fact that he was a strike thrower. Man, he has been pumping strikes. He is back healthy. Remember, he missed quite a bit of time with injury, but he is looking good. The wipeout slider, the Cardinals got some arms that can miss some bats.
And they got a good one going tonight at Andre Palante, a 15-game loser last year. He's got 10 wins this season. What a turnaround. And he's a little over 4 minutes away from first pitch on a beautiful hot night for baseball in downtown St. Louis. It's the Cardinals and the Reds. It's game 2, and lineups are coming right up.
At Walmart and StraightTalk.com.
Well, summer is back in St. Louis, and hopefully the offense will return too for the Cardinals, who try to even up this series. A hot, humid day. It's going to be hot the rest of the homestand. And Jim Hayes, some offensive heat is exactly what the Redbirds are hoping to come their way tonight.
The Cards have scored 12 runs over their last 5 games. That includes 6 against Arizona. It's a rough stretch for the offense, but Brant Brown is trying to keep things positive.
They all feel it. We all know it. Like, you know, we see it each and every night. So when we're struggling, I try to actually be more up-tempo. Sometimes we show like a little highlight reel of some homers or some hits, have some music. But other than that, it's just more like, all right, let's focus on what do we need to do tonight to beat this pitcher.
Brent says he tells his guys to keep moving forward. Chip, you know this. The past is the past.
Yes, it is, Jim Hayes, and the future still looks very good for Ollie and the Cardinals, who hope to be smiling after the game today. Even with these offensive troubles, they're still just 2.5 games back in the wild card, and as we've seen, not just in our league, but all around baseball, Brad Thompson, you have a good week, you're right back in the thick of things.
No, you're absolutely right, and this team has got great energy. They're still playing loose. They're still having some fun. Their manager is even still messing with Jim Hayes. Ollie Marmol making sure, and by the way, the concentration, the professionalism that Jim showed on this one, impressive. But look, this group is ready. They know they're young. They know they're going to have some ups and downs. I love what Brownie was talking about with hyping them up, right? A little dig me reel. Like, look how good you are. We're going to go do this. That positive energy hopefully rolls into tonight, and hopefully that positive energy rolls in for Andre Palante. We were showing you some of the numbers against the Reds in his career. He's been really good, sub 2.5 ERA, and overall, Chip, been very consistent this year.
Yeah, 10-win season for Palante. ERA's crept above 4. But last year, a 15-game loser, a double-digit game winner. The last Cardinal pitcher to do that, Joaquin Andujar. That's impressive.
It really is, and the way that he's going about it this year has been impressive as well in terms of his arsenal. The four-seam slider, that's been his big swing and miss pitch. Sinker has been very important against the right-handers, the knuckle curve, and the split finger for Andre Palante.
The Redbirds' defense for Game 2, his battery mate is Ivan Herrera, who got drilled last night. That was a nasty hit by pitch for Herrera. Burley back at first, Weatherholt and Wynn up the middle. Blaze Jordan is your third baseman. Newtbar Church and Jordan Walker left to right in the Cardinals outfield. The Reds starting to gain some momentum. They've won their last 3 games. They're only 6 games out of the number 3 wild card as well. And their Menard starting lineup features the dynamic Ellie De La Cruz leading off. A. Eugenio Suarez, a tape measure homer that decided Game 2 last night. T.J. Friedel back in there in center. Arroyo at second. And Brian Hayes is the Cincinnati third baseman. That's Terry Francona. They've had an injury-plagued season, but they've got a couple of real big studs in their rotation. We're seeing one of them tonight in Hunter Green. Chase Burns is the other one who, again, Brad, somehow we miss in this series.
Darn it. Can't believe that's happening again. Not easy, though, overall. We'll see Andrew Abbott tomorrow, so the starting pitching is very good. The issues for Terry Francona's club, one is when they're not hitting home runs, they're not winning ball games, right? And then the bullpen has had their issues. We'll see if the Cardinals can figure out that no home runs one today.
Ellie De La Cruz leads off. He had a hit last night, stole a couple of bases, and starts play with 17 homers and 46 runs batted in. And the first pitch, a one-hopper to second. There's a good start. In fact, that's how last night started, a one-pitch out.
A couple of nights in a row seeing the same thing. First pitch swinging for Ellie De La Cruz. One pitch, one out.
Sal Stewart, the Reds' first baseman, 21 homers for him. Third in the National League in ribbies with 75. His RBI total at the moment, the 8th highest total for a Reds rookie in their team's history. He and J.J. Weatherholt are going to have a great Rookie of the Year race over the final 60 games or so. Stewart, 4 hits against the Cardinals, 3 RBIs, 2 hits here last night. Pop fly out of play. Love the fact the Cardinals are wearing the victory blues at home. That's a fan favorite. And victory blue uniforms, one of the giveaways at the ballpark tonight.
Yeah, I believe it's only the second time the Cardinals have worn these victory blues at home. And look, it's a sharp look, and it is one that makes sense, right? Show it off here at home as opposed to just on the road all the time.
Swing and a miss. Stewart fooled with a knuckle curve. Palante's knuckle curve this year has been much improved, Brad. He gets into counts with it, and he can finish hitters with it, too.
Well, one of the biggest keys for this to be a successful pitch for Andre Palante is it's got to come out of the hand looking like the heater. That curveball's got that 12-6. It never pops up, stays on that true line, and then drops in the dirt to get the swing and miss. Good offering there.
J.J. Bleday got handcuffed. Palante's 95-mile-an-hour fastball has him in front. 17 bombs, 44 driven in for Bleday. He's closing in on a career high in homers. He set that 2 years ago. That high is 20.
You know what that is right there, Chip? That is a JJ split. JJ Bleday, J.J. Weatherholt, Tommy, our director, never misses a moment like that. The 4 J's.
Two balls and a strike. Out of play foul. I wonder if Tom will have that split when we get to Toronto. They've got a lot of J's, more than 4.
Different. It's totally different.
Oh, okay.
But I'm sure that he'd figure out a way to make some sort of a special connection.
Tom just said Customs and Border Patrol's not going to let him make that trip. That's probably a safe bet.
I have seen his picture at the airport.
3-2 for Bleday. Two outs, bases empty. And Bleday takes ball 4. So a bit of extra work for Palante here as Eugenio Suarez comes up. This guy needs to be traded by the Reds to the American League. The Cardinals have had trouble getting this guy out. 27 career homers against Redbird pitching.
Yeah, the only man active that has more home runs against the Cardinals is Ian Happ. A couple of Cardinal killers here. That was a deep blast, 2-run shot late last night.
The tail of the tape was 435 feet. It was out onto the concourse above all the seating behind the Reds bullpen.
It was a spot where we saw Jordan Walker hitting balls as he prepared for the home run derby. Like, that's about the only time you're seeing shots like that.
Right out there is where Suarez broke our hearts in game 1.
I don't know about you too. Like, initially right off the bat, I didn't think it had that kind of distance. It just kept carrying. That is a strong man right there.
Pulled foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, I thought for a second you were going to give me the major league. It was hit too high.
Oh, it's too far.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
You know it's gone. You know it happens.
That's where the big boys hit him. And Suarez has been that for the last couple years. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Not picking up spin on these red legs in the early going. 2 strikeouts for Palante. Leday left stranded at first. The Cardinals face Hunter Green in the first inning next.
In our house of cleats. Every season starts at Dick's.
Well, hopefully tonight's the night. This Cardinals club can hit a fastball. They should see a bunch of those. As you look at the Menards starting 9, Jordan Walker again hitting 2nd. Ivan Herrera 4th. Nootbaar and Wynn 5th and 6th for the Cardinals. Brian Torres, who hit his first home run in the big leagues against the Reds in Cincinnati, is tonight's DH. And Nathan Church in center will hit 9th. Hunter Green, 2nd overall pick in the draft in 2017, can really bring it. And Chris Wells, sharp pal on the Reds broadcast team, told us he's pitching better now than he ever has as a major leaguer.
Oh, good. Hunter Green, 4-seam slider, split, and the occasional sinker. But as we told you, he is tickling triple digits. Got to be ready to hit that heat. That's going to be one of the bigger keys. Maybe we might see some aggressive early at-bats here for the Cardinals against Hunter Green.
Green has been injured this year. He had bone chips removed from that talented right elbow. So this is only his 4th start. But to give you an idea of the swing and miss stuff, 26 strikeouts in 16 1/3 innings.
Yeah, that paints a picture, and that's how you have success overall in the league right now. As this one gets in on the hands, it is going to be an error, though, by Ellie De La Cruz up the middle. That's his 9th of the season. So the Cardinals do have something going.
So there goes the perfect game.
We'll see this one again. This gets in there on the hands. But Ellie, I don't know how he missed that one, but not a great way to start things out defensively for the Redlegs.
Brian Hayes, their Gold Glover, former Pirate, is the man at third base as bright sunshine, a problem in right, where Noelvi Marte stands. 6:15 start here in St. Louis. Sun and shadows will be an issue for the next 45 minutes or so. Take advantage, but it might be tough to pick up spin at the plate as Walker takes a look at that one low.
So those first 2 pitches kind of tell you how Jordan is going to want to try to attack right here against Hunter Green. First pitch fastball up out of the hand. He was going for it, right? Breaking ball. He laid off of it, recognized he's trying to hit that heater.
That one popped towards short, and De La Cruz got his feet all tangled up and couldn't recover to make the play. So 2 miscues at short, and St. Louis set up 2 on, nobody out.
Yeah, that one might have been one of those big man at the plate, tons of power, lots of homers. You're thinking no chance this has got me, but he got all tangled up. You got to think too, if you're Hunter Green, you make a couple of pitches, you get inside on a lefty and a righty, and all you're getting is a runner at first and second, nobody out.
Burley's your batter. Error and single to start the game for the Cardinals. They started well last night, but then the offense went dry for the Redbirds. They had just 2 hits, and that's been one of the issues over this 30-game stretch that Ollie was talking about. Line toward the gap, left center. That's going to get down. They're going to wave JJ. Here he comes. Cut off. Throw to the plate, off target. 1-0 St. Louis. An aggressive send by Pop Warner, and that might have caught the Reds by surprise.
I think it did. They know the arm out in left. Blede's arm is not the best. Slow transfer there at third, and the Cardinals capitalizing on an error early. Burley got himself a slider up in the zone, able to slap this thing the other way. We talk about this a lot with Alec Burleson. He will use the entire field, uses it here. See, JJ had to freeze, make sure this thing was going to get down. I don't mind the aggressive send. Obviously, a lot easier to say when he comes in safely, but love applying pressure early here against the Reds.
70 RBIs for Burleson. The Cardinals have put it in play 3 times against a flamethrower for the Reds. Now it's Ivan Herrera's turn. He's at 239 on the year. The pitch right there at 96. I love what Brant Brown said. I love what you thought about his comments. This team offensively is better than they've shown for the last couple of weeks. And maybe some good luck here in the first innings. Just the tonic to get this offense believing and humming again.
And sometimes you have to remind your guys, even if you've had success at this level, whether you're a veteran guy or a young guy, sometimes you need some of that positive reinforcement instead of watching video all the time of, man, this guy's nasty, this the slider. No, watch video of you hitting the ball into the seats and driving the ball all over the yard. A little dig me reel can't hurt that. Speaking of dig me reels, that's part of our Toyota key to the game. It's slugging. Slugging is the key. Look, the Cardinals offense has had their issues so far this month. You look over since July 5th, been one of the worst offenses in baseball. Well, one of the reasons is not hitting for extra bases. Got to be able to slug here against this Reds team.
Swing and a miss. First strikeout for Green. And there's out number 1. And that pitch is an example of why it's so tough to win by trying to stack up 3-4 hits an inning to score 1 or 2 runs.
No, that's an equalizer. That is a really good slider. He's got a good split as well, and that's why oftentimes, I mean, you're trying to jump that fastball. Now, Green knows that as well. He also knows he has triple digits. If he puts it where he wants to, even if you're trying to jump it, it could be trouble.
Nootbaar squared up 97, foul, strike 1 to him. 10 hits for Nootbaar in his last 18 games. 2 on, 1 in, 1 out. Cardinals cash in an error to start the game from Ellie De La Cruz on a routine squibber to short. Nootbaar 97 career RBIs after the All-Star break with the Cardinals. That leads everybody on the team. He can make it a nice even 100 with a long ball here in the first.
I like the way you're thinking. I also like the way this count is going for Newt. Does he try to ride one of those fastballs by him on the inside, especially up?
Rolled over towards second. De La Cruz handled that one, and he completes the double play. So the Cardinals get a run. They cash in an E6. Alec Burleson has 70 RBIs, and the Cardinals a 1-0 lead.
To go. Find yours at T-Mobile.
Top 2 in St. Louis. Cards up 1-0. Andre Palante has put together a solid year, and Ivan Herrera says it goes beyond what Andre throws. Some of it is mound presence. Ivan told me he's confident now, and anytime you're confident, you can let yourself have some fun out there, and that's important. And guys, Ollie Marmol says in terms of poise and presence, Andre is just a different guy this year.
I agree with that, Jim. Brad, you were talking about that with Ollie before the game. You sense it, you see it when you watch him walking around the locker room.
Yeah, I just feel like there is a look and a feeling, and not that he didn't have this last year, but it just grows, right? The more that you're out there, of just belonging. Like he knows. He knows that he is a big leaguer, that he deserves to be there, and he's going to continue to get better and better. So just the way that he's carrying himself, I think, speaks volumes to the way that he is feeling right now. And then as you watch his stuff throughout the season, that slider's been far more consistent. That knuckle curve, as you mentioned, a pitch that a year ago really the opposition could lay off of it because he wasn't going to throw it for a strike. He's been able to gain the confidence in that one as well. And then he's using his fastball well to both sides of the plate, right? Gone are the conversations of, wow, he's a reverse split guy. He can't get the right-handers out. No, he is effectively pitching to both sides.
He's getting righties out a lot better than lefties, which is the dramatic turnaround for Palante. And a good swing and a miss there for Tyler Stevenson, the Reds catcher, who's been the subject of some trade rumors. A lot of clubs looking for catching help. Stevenson might be an attractive option if the Reds pursue that at the trade deadline. Up and in, full count.
Yeah, we're getting closer and closer, Chip, to one of the summertime events of Hug Watch.
Oh, yeah.
We're getting close.
And the Cardinals will be on the road at the conclusion of the trade deadline. Swing and a miss. Palante's got 3 strikeouts, all of them swinging. 1 away in the 2nd inning. Our next road trip takes us to Toronto and New York for a date with the Yankees.
Chevy pitch track, another strikeout, another swing and miss. This time it is that slider down and away on the corner. The first 2 had been on the bigger breaking ball, so good feel for the secondary stuff early here for Andre.
Noel V. Marte is next, batting 190. And a chopper to third. Blaze has that. And his throw is true. 2 outs. So 2 outs on the first pitch for Palante to start the night. Quickly 2 away for TJ Friedl. Friedl at 173 on the year, 3 homers.
Well, Friedl has struggled a bit offensively, been up and down, not afraid to drop a bunt on you. Blaze Jordan knows that. He's in on the grass over there at third base. Got to be able to take that weapon away even with 2 outs. We'll try to sneak a hit with it.
RBIs for Friedl, recalled June 28th. 2 balls, no strikes.
It's a nice little weapon right there for Andre Palante. It just shows you how confident he's feeling in that slider nowadays, where he can pump that in for a strike. Because a year ago, 2-0, you're probably getting a heater.
Back in the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. There really isn't such a thing as a hitter's count anymore with all of the variety of pitches that starters throw these days.
No, you're right with that, but sometimes if you can't command them, it doesn't matter.
Correct.
Right? It doesn't matter how good the arsenal is. If you try to drop one of those in 2-0 or 3-1 when you don't have that same command, you're in some real trouble. We know how badly those free passes can kill you.
Strike 3, outside corner. Friedl can't challenge that. Palante, 2 punch outs in the first, 2 strikeouts in the second. He holds a 1-0 lead.
Looking to Jock in the box.
Time for our Bet365 betting odds. And man, I hope we hit the over tonight. 3.5 runs is the over-under for St. Louis in the middle game of 3.
Well, look, we know that offense has been hard to come by. We know how good Green has been. We got to figure out ways to manufacture. The Cardinals were able to capitalize on an error in the first.
Mason Wynn, first pitch, rolls to second. And that's how the home second inning begins for Green. 1 up, 1 down. And Ryan Torres, the Cardinals' designated hitter, is next. Cardinals a game over 500, 52 up, 51 down. They've beaten the Reds 4 out of 6 games this year. But as Ollie said, it's been a tough stretch. The Cardinals have lost 12 of 17 games, and as a team hitting under 200. Only one way to change that, and that's to hit your way out of it. Redbirds picked up a couple of hits and an error, and the game's only run in their first trip to the plate tonight.
You mentioned it in the first inning, though, how difficult it is to string together hits when you're talking about a guy like Hunter Green with the overall just raw stuff. Fastball that's in the upper 90s, great slider, great split. It's hard to piece together offense.
So let's talk about the Reds a little bit. I mentioned they're 6 games out of the last wild card. They've got Green, they've got Abbott, they've got Chase Burns. That's three pretty good arms at the top of a rotation. Can they find a way to squeeze back into this playoff race?
Yeah, the interesting part is going to be how does the front office look at it? Is this one 99 jammed on the inner half? Green easily over there to cover. They've got a really tough schedule, too, coming up after the All-Star break. That's going to be a big key. But when you have arms like they have, this young man, Chase Burns, there, boy, he is special. Just an electric one. Another top pick there for the Reds. But for me, if you have pitching, you have a chance, right? And their starters have some lights out stuff. I always think, I still look at their roster and feel like they could be in the thick of things, but what are they, 6.5 outs, somewhere right around that neighborhood in the wild card? It'd be tough to believe that they would go and make a run at it. Rhett Lauder had himself a really nice ball game yesterday. Remember, had a no-hitter going until it was Blaze Jordan that ripped one into the gap for a 2-run double. So they've got some good pieces. Just the offensive inconsistencies have been a little head-scratching.
Well, you know, Willie Harris is hoping the Reds can smack some folks in the mouth. That's, I think, what he said to Suarez.
Yeah, he said, try me.
Line to right. Marte retreats. He hasn't made an error in 95 games. And 3 up, 3 down in the St. Louis second. Still a 1-0 Cardinals lead. Well, some part of that offensive inconsistency for the Reds lies in the injury to Matt McLain. That's our BJC Healthcare injury report.
Yeah, Matt McLain, it was a slow start for him, started to round into form a bit more, but unfortunately sidelined with that calf injury. So the hits keep on coming there for the Reds.
But Edwin Arroyo has stepped in nicely to play second base. He's hitting over .320 on the road for the Reds. And he's made all the plays defensively so far in this series. And he shoots one to our second sacker, J.J. Weatherholt. No trouble. There's your first out. Well, the ultimate goal of an MLB fan, seeing it all. The MLB Journey to 30 sweepstakes presented by T-Mobile is the ultimate bucket list. Enter now for your chance to win trips to all 30 ballparks at MLB.com/journey to 30 sweeps. Two great ballparks coming up for the Cardinals on our next road trip. Rogers Center in Toronto and Yankee Stadium in the Bronx.
Do you have a favorite stadium to go to? Obviously, you can't pick Busch Stadium. Do you have another one that you love being at?
San Diego. I love Houston.
Okay.
I really like Rogers Center and what they've done. That one popped up. Burley gives chase. Walker got an excellent jump. Jordan coming on in foul ground. Quickly 2 out. Just off the top of Minnesota's ballpark target.
Minnesota's really nice. They did a good job on not the hugest piece of land to be able to put a nice ballpark in there.
How about you?
Look, there are a few of them. A random one, you don't generally hear pitchers saying they like this ballpark. I love Colorado. Like, I think that's a beautiful ballpark. It's got a good energy to it, especially when the Cardinals are there. Cardinal fans travel there really well. I love Dodger Stadium as well. Just the buzz and the energy of that place.
Tough to beat it, that's for sure. In L.A., Ellie De La Cruz grounded out on the first pitch. Made an error, got tangled up defensively in the first inning, and that led to the game's only run. This guy's an enormous talent. Sometimes defensively he has just lackadaisical play that cost Cincinnati some base runners. And a careless play cost the Reds the game's first run tonight. He'll try to atone for that with 17 homers. Up the middle, and that'll sneak through. And De La Cruz with 2 steals last night might be running here in the third inning, even with 2 outs.
Well, Andre Plante went with that knuckle curve. Chevy pitch strike. You see this one out of the hand. You can watch it pop up. The hitter can see that as well. When it pops up out of the hand, a little bit easier to recognize. Stays back, little ground ball up the middle to get it going for Ellie.
This will be a tough assignment for Herrera, whose last man caught stealing was Juan Soto 49 attempts ago. That's in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. De La Cruz, 2 steals and 3 homers away from his 3rd straight 2020 campaign for the Reds. He's swiped 8 bags this month, and he's got a very big lead. Sal Stewart struck out his first time. Shadows cover the infield. There's De La Cruz, a late break back to the bag, but in safely with a 1-0 count. There he goes. Huge jump, and Stewart helps us out.
Well, Stewart saw something that he could drive. He thought it was 95 up and in. Just fouled it back. I think that one was stolen easily there by Ellie De La Cruz. It's one of those situations with him over there at first base. You know the speed. He gets good jumps. He's long and rangy anyhow when he's diving into second. Only 1 disengagement so far for Andre Palante. He's one that I would not be afraid to just go a 3rd time. If you end up balking because you don't get him, then so be it.
Not going this time, and a roller left side. Jordan's got it. He goes the short way, and Palante another ground ball out. Ellie De La Cruz singles for the first Reds hit, but he's left stranded in a 1-run game.
Jewish College Goldfarb School of Nursing.
St. Louis Cardinals baseball is presented by your Mid-America Chevy dealers and by BJC Healthcare. You deserve extraordinary care. Cooperstown is busy this weekend with Hall of Fame weekend, but as you make your way to Busch Stadium for our finale against the Reds and the Cubs starting Monday, take time to visit the Cardinals Hall of Fame and Museum at Ballpark Village. It is an absolutely incredible sight for baseball fans of any team.
It's also ever changing. So if you said to yourself, I've been there, I've seen it, you haven't seen what it looks like now. Like they're always just changing out the different areas. I mean, it really is so cool. And I made the mistake the first time. I didn't know like a bunch of the drawers pulled out and stuff. Like there's artifacts everywhere.
Nathan Church couldn't stop himself. And there is the Cardinals Hall of Fame and Museum just beyond the left center field bleachers here at Busch. Well, Ballpark Village was jumping today, as you'd expect. It's going to be a brisk week. One more with the Reds tomorrow, and then the Cubs for 4 games during the week.
Yeah, you know how much fun that is. It never does matter what the standings are when the Cubs and Cardinals get into it, but both of these clubs playing some pretty good baseball overall.
Cubs start play 6 games out of first. They are the top wild card team. Cubs, Phillies, and Arizona 1, 2, and 3 at the moment in the wild card chase. And Church late. He's down on strikes at 98. Green has his second punch out of the game. And now back to the top of the order. J.J. Weatherholt got jammed, but his squibber turned into an error, and the game's only run. What a job J.J. has done out of the leadoff spot for St. Louis this year. First the average, 258, more than respectable. Weatherholt has scored 64 runs. 755 OPS. 10 steals in 10 tries. And he's made all the plays for the Cardinals at second base.
Well, that's something that, yeah, it happens all the time again around rookies, especially first rounders. There's a lot of hype. It's very hard to live up to the hype, but he has done that and then some, I feel like, especially when you add on what he's done defensively for this club.
7th overall pick. Don't want to miss on those top 10s. The Cardinals haven't drafted there much. They've got a terrific cornerstone that they've already locked up to an 8-year deal to lead off, play second base. And here he is working the count, 3 balls and a strike. In the air, pretty well hit. Bleday going back, reaching for that wall, and Weatherholt came up just shy. Reds bullpen helping J.J. Bleday navigate the left field wall. 2 men are out. From July 24th through the 30th, support kids in our community by bidding on unique Cardinals experiences. We enter the all-inclusive Savannah Banana Sweepstakes, or you can play the 50-50 raffle. Could you be the next winner? Get your details at cardinals.com/caring-for-kids.
Now, Chip, I know last year for the Savannah Bananas game, you were gone. You were working.
Correct.
The team was on the road. I was home. I got to go to the game. It was awesome. It was an absolute blast. My kids were singing every single song. Have you seen the Bananas in action?
On TV.
Just on TV? Okay.
But not live.
It's fun. It is a good time.
And smoked by Walker. A worm burner toward left center. He's thinking about two. He's going for two. The throw off target. A hustle double for Walker. 23, 2 base hits for Jordan, who's 2 for 2.
Chip, he was sniffing this double right out of the box. Soon as he sees this thing sneak through, he is going for it. This is away on the outer half at 97, and watch him. He sees it, and he knows he's going to end up on second base.
That 6'6" man flying around the bags. So a chance to add on here with 2 outs. Alec Burleson has the Cardinals' first RBI. That's an opening inning single. He's up to 70 RBIs on the year. Keep adding on. Tarps off guy wanting Alec to send them a souvenir here. Second career season for the Redbird Silver Slugger with 70 or more RBIs. He did that 2 years ago. He had 78 runs batted in 2024. And Green wants a new baseball. He'll go to the rosin bag. Right guy, right time for the Cardinals with a man in scoring position and 2 outs. This is where Burley has shined brightest. And he lays off there, ball 3. They're pitching him very carefully here. Wonder if he'll have the green light. Lots of room in right center. He will now. 3 balls and a strike.
Well, you know that Burley knows the situation, also knows that that base is open. I mean, he's looking 3-1, still that one pitch, that one spot to be able to let it fly. He'll trust the guy behind him, Herrera.
That was filthy. How about that slider to tie him up?
You know what's unfortunate is when you're sitting one pitch, one spot, think you get it, and then it disappears, because that's exactly what happened. He thought that was going to be a fastball in on him, and he was ready to pull the trigger, and Green threw the slider.
So full count. And Burley is down on strikes. Back-to-back sliders, they disappear, and the Cardinals out of luck in the 3rd inning, but still lead by a run.
SeegerToyota.com.
From the field to finance, the Stiefel patch on every Cardinals jersey represents more than a logo. It's a symbol of strength, strategy, and success. From investment banking to wealth management, Stiefel helps clients pursue their financial goals. That's our great Cardinals TV crew sporting the victory blues. Thanks to our friends at Stiefel for sponsoring the giveaway today. Guys and gals look great in the Cardinals jerseys in the truck.
That is a sweet giveaway right there, too. Those baby blues, I mean, there's a reason they brought it back. It's a very popular one. There's a good look at one of the baby blues right there. Yeah, that victory blue looks good.
J.J. Bleday leads off. He walked in the 1st inning and takes outside. Palante trying to back up an excellent start from Dustin May last night. He needed that, and the Cardinals needed that in game
You're
1.
right, man. Gave him a chance last night, and Dustin May, we've talked about him. He is feeling as good as he's ever had, especially this part of the season. It showed last night.
Line into right field. It's a base hit for Bleday. He reaches for the 2nd time. So here's a look at what Dustin May did last night. A grip change, Brad, made a big difference for the Cardinals right-hander.
Yeah, it did. Like, been tinkering a bit with his changeup. Had more of a split grip. There was a look at it right there. He showed it off early and often in that one, but struck out 8. Did so with 6 different pitches, which is great to see that whole arsenal working for him. With the fastball exploding out of his hands. I thought he made adjustments very quickly in the ball game yesterday as well. So very encouraging one right there for Dustin May.
Hey, Eugenio Suarez fouls it away. Jim, enjoyed your conversation with Dustin May. I'm sure Dusty Blake enjoyed seeing that performance in Game 1.
The heck of a performance. The question is, was it his last as a Cardinal, right? Trade deadline fast approaching. Dustin told me, I don't know what's going to happen, but I've loved my time in St. Louis, and I'd love to stay. He said, I'm playing with a great group of guys. My wife and I love the small town feel in St. Louis. Guys, he said he knows that he could be dealt to another great situation, but the unknown is really the tough part.
And the unknown won't be known for another 8 to 10 days. August 3rd is the trading deadline, I believe is the case. And the Cardinals, at the moment, outside looking in the wild card chase. You know, Chaim Bloom's phone has been burning in recent days, and I think it'll be a fascinating exercise to see what route he and the Cardinals front office takes.
No, you're right. It's a busy time, certainly. A lot of big decisions. And look, it is all about, and Chaim has talked about it. He's been very honest about it. This is about building a sustaining winning culture, right? So how do you do that? How do you utilize the trade deadline as a tool to build towards the future? So certainly a lot of pieces that I'm sure he's fielding phone calls on. The Cardinals have a lot of pieces that other teams would love to be able to acquire. The key questions are, who are you building with? I mean, I think that's part of the biggest questions for Chaim and his group in the front office to answer.
What is exciting, too, we showed you those minor league players that are having really terrific seasons. That's the future of this franchise. Those are homegrown players or players that were acquired either by John Mozeliak or Chaim Bloom. Now, as the runner at first goes, perfect pitch to run on as Suarez takes strike 3, and Blade steals his 6th base. Runner in scoring position with 1 out. The organizational depth is getting better with each passing year, and to your point, chasing the sugar high is the path that Chaim has said will not happen for the Cardinals at this deadline.
No, and it shouldn't, right? When you're looking at what you're trying to build and how you're trying to do it. The Cardinals have always been an organization. It's been homegrown. It's been about drafting, developing, getting the right talent in the building, and then getting them to this level and getting them better here at the big leagues. And we've seen it. We've seen this. I feel like this coaching staff at the big league level is about as good as you're going to get. We've seen players grow here, but they have poured in tons of resources into the minor leagues of getting these guys player development, getting everybody everything they need to get to this level.
Fouled away behind the plate by Tyler Stevenson. 1 ball, 1 strike. It is 7 o'clock at Busch Stadium. The Cardinals got a first inning run and lead Cincinnati 1-0. And mentioned Tyler Stevenson's name has popped up on some lists of catchers who might be on the move. Ryan Jeffers of Minnesota, Shea Langoliers of the A's, his name has popped up.
It's an uneasy time for a lot of guys, and Dustin talked about that with Jim Hayes. It's a weird one, right? You find yourself a little bit in limbo. You love where you're at. You're realizing if somebody does trade for you that there's a great opportunity there.
No advance of the runner. Mason Wynn, right place, right time. Ground ball out, numbers 5 for Andre Palante. 2 outs. And Noel V. Marte is next. I think that's part of it that people in my chair forget about. These are human beings too. I'm sure it's exciting to talk about how your team is going to change over 2 weeks. But when you think about the mechanics of what that means for a player's career and his life, that's a totally different conversation.
How about his family? How about their wives that have to, hey, sweetie? Yeah, no, doing great. Yeah, just got traded. Where are we going? Wherever. When do you got to be there? Actually, I'm leaving already. Pack up the house.
Yeah, see you in a week.
See you. Have fun on the cross-country trek with the kids and the dog.
And that's where the family side of it intersects with the business side of it, because the schedule is relentless. It doesn't stop for anyone or anything. But it will be a fascinating trade deadline season with so many teams still in competition for a playoff spot. Mason Wynn makes the grab over Blaze Jordan. Blaze thought he had a beat on that, but Mason Wynn stayed with it, and the Reds can't cash in a leadoff hit.
The #1 selling brand in the St. Louis area.
This week on Cardinals Insiders, see what it's like for the scouting department in the lead up to the MLB draft, and take a look back at some of our favorite Cardinals stories from the first half of 2026. Watch Cardinals Insider now on the Cardinals YouTube channel. 11 World Championships here in St. Louis. Can't wait for the next one as we head to the home fourth. Ivan Herrera will get it started. He struck out his first time. And a laser to center, but Friedel will make a sliding catch. That's how it's gone for Herrera of late.
Now that is some tough luck, but you'll take that, right? Consistently stinging the ball. That was 106.4 off the bat there for Herrera. So look, he had an idea coming up there, wanted to jump a fastball, did so, unfortunately right at the opposition.
Lars Nootbaar was doubled up in the Cardinals' first. St. Louis, with an unearned run, leads 1-0.
Yeah, Newt is another one of those guys, right? Talking about top to bottom in this order, you want to see a little bit more slug. Like to see Newt off the ground a bit more. He got that 2-1 fastball that you'd love to see him elevate. Unfortunately, stayed on the ground with it.
Nice simple delivery for Green, and he pumps in a strike. That's got to be tough too for a hitter. Everybody in town talking about, oh, the Cardinals need to hit more doubles and home runs. Well, the last thing you want a hitter to do is go up trying to do that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And then first thing that happens is the shoulders flying, the hips are flying out. And as a pitcher, that's what you want guys trying to hit home runs. You want guys just going out of there, swinging out of their shoes. As a hitter, you have to realize that your consistent approach, all of the mindset, that good swing of yours, it's going to produce doubles. It'll produce home runs. You don't have to try to do too much.
Downstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Green's been efficient, just 47 pitches, 3 strikeouts in the game, 29 of them now in 19 innings. This kid's the real deal. Full count. Popped up. That's curling toward the stands and into them. Griffin from Chesterfield, Missouri, made the grab. Speaking of Chesterfield, if anybody in Chesterfield found one of those bleacher seat attachments that the parents
those are nice
at Little League, contact Bill Cochran, our executive producer.
He left one?
Popped up. De La Cruz drifts out casually, circles beneath, and makes the catch for out number 2.
Those are back savers.
Yeah, Bill said his lovely wife Colleen lost her bleacher seat at Chesterfield's ballpark, but Bill made up for it because he went all in for Colleen's 29th birthday today and bought her a new one.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
All right, what a gift. Those things are handy. It seems silly until you're sitting out in the bleachers. Any parent knows, boy, you got to splurge on your birthday.
Got to tell you, times have changed. It used to be diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Yeah, it is. Baseball diamond. And you want to be comfy while you're out there. I think that's the best way to go about it.
Very thoughtful gift. And Colleen, many happy returns.
Yes, happy birthday. Yeah, practical gift.
1-0 count. It's popped up shallow right. And Marte is in and under. Mason Wynn didn't like the result of that swing in the 4th inning. Terry Francona and the Reds head to the 5th, down 1-0.
Get paid out early with Bet365.
Live like an all-star. Throw out the ceremonial first pitch. Meet Jordan Walker and Riley O'Brien. And enjoy an all-inclusive suite with enough room for 30 guests. Support kids in our community and bid on those great items now at cardinals.com/caring for kids. TJ Friedel leads off, tried to bunt, and came up empty. You got a Belgian dip working over here.
What does that mean?
You saw Austin Powers? Remember when he was drinking his coffee and he got the whipped cream on his nose?
Yeah, I went for that.
What's going on?
Just went straight in. Yeah, I had some cold foam poured on top of this and went right to it. I was a little too excited to just stir it up first. You got to go right in. You're a cold foam guy.
Yeah, it's delicious, but I only have 1 or 2 coffees a day.
I've had so many coffees today.
Really?
It's been a lot.
Yeah.
Too many, some would say. I'm going to cramp up, too. That's the worst part. Told you, I got to work on the flexibility in general. Coffee's not helping.
Yeah, but you're wide awake to be in pain. That's the best part.
Yeah, and staring at my ceiling at night.
Yeah.
Probably has nothing to do with the caffeine.
Palante is dealing. He's got a 1-run lead. He's surrendered just 2 hits to the Reds, both of them singles. Friedel, Arroyo, and Ke'Bryan Hayes are your 5th inning batters for Cincinnati.
I like finding spots there for Palante to throw that splitter more and more. I really think that that's going to end up being a really big piece in his arsenal.
Swing and a miss. Good fastball. He's really mixing well. And Palante has struck out 6 Cincinnati hitters.
So I feel like Andre paired that pretty well, right? You had that splitter that was running away, even though it darted off arm side, and then he dots that 95 in the 4-seamer that's got natural cut in on the left-hander to tie him up.
He's 2 strikeouts away from his season high, 3 away from his career high. So he's having a nice night tonight. Here's Arroyo. And Edwin tried to hit that one into the tarps off section. No balls and a strike.
What you doing there, little fella? I wouldn't be there.
That's a mourning dove.
Oh, well, why wouldn't you? I guess all those seeds that are there.
Right.
Those are all the ones that Ollie threw at Jim Hayes earlier. That's a nice meal.
High pop into shallow left. Newt is there. He's got it. And 2 outs.
What kind of bird is that?
That's a mourning dove.
How do you know?
Because I've got about 9,000 of them in my backyard. I'm
you?
going through 20 pounds of bird seed a week.
I thought that was a pigeon. It's a mourning dove?
It's a mourning dove.
Why are you feeding them so much? They're going to keep coming back, you know. Don't complain about it when you're throwing it out all the time.
I'm not complaining. I'm just making a statement.
Just saying.
In fact, I had to order some more bird seed today.
What kind of bird seed do they like? Like, is it a Midwest blend?
I get the blend. I try to put more sunflower seeds in because I like the Cardinals.
Okay.
But I am having trouble. Maybe the fans at home can help with this. Ke'Bryan Hayes hits. Got hummingbirds around too, but I can't get them to find the feeder.
I don't know
they're
how to do
attracted
that.
to the color red.
Yeah, they're
so
amazing.
You put the sugary water and stuff in there, and you try to hang.
You ever seen the people with that wear the glasses, like the plexiglass or whatever? They're just regular glasses, and then they have the bird feeder, the hummingbird feeder, right in front of them. They eat right from them.
No.
Oh, that should be you. I could totally see you sitting out in your little courtyard. You got your hummingbird feeder glasses on, buzzing around your nose.
Okay, I'll take that under consideration.
I'll get on Amazon. I'll find it. Don't worry about it.
So you're going to the Google machine now. The pitch, swing and a miss. So I've tried hanging the hummingbird feeder close to a window. I've tried hanging it next to the other bird feeder. I've tried to hang it under the patio where the squirrels can't get to it. No luck so far. So all help would be appreciated. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a line drive. That'll hang up for Nootbaar. Palante, another 1-2-3 inning. From Cincinnati's perspective, this game's for the Birds. The Cardinals lead it 1-0.
With the Midwest.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the St. Louis Cardinals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the St. Louis Cardinals.
There's another great baseball Hall of Famer, Bob Costas. Thank you for the copyright. If you haven't seen it, Bob and Joe Buck, a terrific feature on the MLB Network. Talking about Joe Buck's induction into the broadcasters wing of the Hall of Fame today. Congratulations to him, and premature congratulations to Jeff Kent, Carlos Beltran, and Andrew Jones, who will be inducted tomorrow in Cooperstown.
Yeah, look forward to all of those speeches. That was a really cool special today, talking about Joe Buck.
Torres skies to center. One out. Blaze Jordan's coming up. The Cardinals' young third baseman Jim Hayes has done it all, and he's done it very well.
Yeah, he's been driving the ball better lately as well. He says it's thanks to an adjustment he made, bending a little and using his legs. Brant Brown told me he's got big trunks, and the funny thing is, when we started getting him to bend a little more, he said, yeah, I used to do this. And Brant said, well, who told him to stop? So power from the legs, Chip. And by the way, Brant Brown has a great way with the players. He communicates really well, and he's funny too.
He's extremely funny. He allowed us to join the club for one of their pregame hitters meetings.
Yes.
It was against the Mariners, and he said, gentlemen, today is National Fastball Day. We faced Brian Wu.
It was so cool to see, too, how collaborative it was. It wasn't just him up there preaching. Like, everybody in that room had a voice. They all talked about the way that they were going to approach. Nobody afterwards talked about how lucky it was that the broadcast crew was there, and then they hit like 78 home runs in that ball game. We should get an invite back at some point.
There's so much going on, it's easy to forget that part of the equation.
Good call. Good call. But no, Brownie's, you have to be able to communicate in a lot of different ways. There's not like just one way to teach guys. And that's why you have a whole staff too, right? But him talking about instilling some confidence in some guys and watching some video of them having success. Sometimes you need to sprinkle some of that in too.
And consistency of message. It's easy to be positive and easy to be encouraging when you're, as you said, scoring 6 runs a game and hitting 3 homers a night. That's not what's happening for St. Louis, and it's been 3 weeks now. But the work effort, the mood amongst the hitters themselves hasn't changed a bit. All that's left to change are the results, and we're going to have to wait for the 6th inning to improve on that. As we are zipping right along, Palante and Green are dealing. The Cardinals, though, an unearned run, lead game 2.
Steve Ellman for St. Charles County.
Andre Palante got an unearned run of support in the 1st inning, and so far today he has made that stand up. He's our BJC Healthcare difference maker. Palante's got 5 groundouts, Brad, 6 strikeouts, and he has scattered just 2 Cincinnati singles and only 1 walk.
He's counting strikes, right? 40 strikes through his first 61 pitches. The breaking stuff has been on point early on for Andre Palante. And again, it's another Cardinal starter giving you a chance in a ball game, getting deep into it with a very, very good pitch count.
De La Cruz singled in the 3rd and was forced out on a ground ball. The Reds have had 1 base runner to second base in the game. That was J.J. Bleday, who's due 3rd. 2 balls, no strikes. This guy for the Reds has all the tools to be a superstar in the game. He's dealt with some injuries this year. The last time we saw the Reds, he missed the entire series with a hamstring. But getting him going again at the top of their order, Brad, to your point about offensive inconsistency, well, he's the straw that stirs their drink.
Yeah, certainly that ends up being a big part of it. And look what he does, man. He hits the ball hard consistently. When he puts the ball in play, oftentimes it's going to be a knock. Everything off his bat is electric.
And what makes him so tough is if you walk him, he's in scoring position in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, seemingly every single time, right? For him, we had mentioned in the broadcast yesterday, he's looking for his 3rd year in a row of being a 2020 guy. Sitting right now with 18 stolen bases, 17 homers. Remember last year down the stretch, it was a bit of an oddity, a power outage for Ellie De La Cruz. I think one of the things, if you'd like to call this a knock, the guy wants to play so much, he never takes days off, right? And he'll fight you for it. Wants to be in there all the time, which you love. Just got to figure out a way to keep him productive.
How about that pitch from Palante? A wicked curveball. He's throwing that about 2 miles an hour harder, and it's really been deceptive, and that's his 7th strikeout.
Man, racking them up right now is Andre Pallante. This one, too, at the top of the zone. Ellie saw it up and just straight buckled.
One away. Here's Stewart. He's 0 for 2. 1-0 St. Louis the lead. It wouldn't be a Cardinals game unless it was a one-run affair.
Yeah, it's way more fun to manage those, isn't it?
Yeah. It's one way of putting it. Little wisps of gray in the beard for the Cardinals skipper.
They've had to, this ball club has had to earn everything. It seems like every victory has been a close one. That man and his staff have had to press all the right buttons. Guys have had to step up in big spots. But you know what? You end up learning a lot from games like that, from seasons like that, where you have to win every game with close margins.
2 outs. Blaze Jordan handled that. You know, if you look at the win expectancy numbers, and look, those are what they are. It's said by many the Cardinals are actually overachieving with what their projected record was supposed to be this year. And Fangraphs says that 84 wins might be enough for the Cardinals or any other team to win the last wild card spot. If that's the case, where we stand right now, if St. Louis goes 32-27, that gets them to 84 wins. I would think that's a manageable number.
It's a very doable number. And again, look, we've spent some time talking about the trade deadline, and we will as we move on. Regardless of what this organization does at this point, there's a reason you've been building up your depth, right? You build up depth to be able to get them to the big leagues and let them help. So if you have to add some new pieces to make that push, you go for it. They get to learn down the stretch. What you want is meaningful games down the stretch, right? You want to be able to learn not only at the big league level, but big league games that truly matter.
And really good teams go through stretches like this during the course of a season. What do you learn from yourself, from your teammates, from your organization when you have rough times? Well, the Cardinals are trying to weather that storm right now and still within shouting distance of a playoff spot.
And one of the best things that you can have when you're going through those is consistency with your coaching staff. And the Cardinals have that, man. They've just got a consistent energy, a consistent mindset. They're not down in the dumps. You don't see Ollie in there flipping the spread after a ball game, right? Like, they realize that you're going to have these times, and they stay up as a group. When your leaders stay up, your team stay up.
That's foul pass first. Good play by the attendant down the line. That was a hard hit ball.
Stubby Clapp, Kyle Driscoll, this coaching staff. I mean, they put a whole lot into the every day, the day in, day out. These guys get here before everybody. They leave after everybody.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Off to our left. And Pallante will try again. Just 76 pitches for Pallante. He is really working economically despite 7 strikeouts. Getting the ball on the ground. He's got 6 ground ball outs in the game. And now an 8th pitch coming to J.J. Bleday. Eugenio Suarez has struck out twice. He's on deck. And that one served softly into center. Can of corn for Nathan Church. Pallante's rolling. 9 up, 9 down. Cardinals look for some more offense. Top of the order starts with J.J. Weatherholt. Then Jordan Walker, your home run derby champ, and then Silver Slugger Alec Burleson in game 2 with the Reds.
Meet success.
Here we go, bottom 6, 1-0 Cardinals. J.J. Weatherholt, the only man to touch the plate. He reached on an E6. Burley brought him home with a single, and that's all she wrote for either offense so far tonight. Tarps Off gang has grown by the inning. Those guys are standing in right field. Hunter Green pitching efficiently. Green has just 3 strikeouts, but he's been able to move the ball, Brad, in, out, up, and down. Not too many balls on the barrel for St. Louis's offense.
Yeah, with the stuff that he has, he's difficult to square up. And as we talked about, it's difficult to be able to manufacture some hits. So what you have to do is be able to take advantage of some opportunities. Cardinals were able to do that with the error on Ellie De La Cruz. JJ ended up coming around to score, and hopefully able to barrel something up and start slugging a little bit against him.
No challenge on that close call. Both clubs have both ABS challenges remaining. And a leadoff walk for Weatherholt. There's a good start for the Cardinals. First walk for Mr. Green. Let's see what St. Louis does with that after a quick word from BJC Healthcare. Nice day for Jordan Walker. A bloop single in the first and a ringing hustle double in the third. And that pitch, a sign of respect for Jordan Walker. They're yelling MVP for Jordan Walker. Someday he'll add one of those to his trophy case. Great seeing the home run derby trophy, the home run derby necklace that he was sporting with mom and dad and the family here.
Dude, that necklace looked heavy. Did you get a chance to wear that thing?
No, I hope that the jewels are real in it. That would be cool.
It better be. It's the big leagues. Let's go.
1 ball, 1 strike. Popped up behind the plate. Stevenson sheds the helmet, and that's rare. Walker pops to the catcher. So he's 2 out of 3. Big first out. Alec Burleson is your RBI man, and he's next. '70 runs batted in for Alec Burleson. He was ahead in the count 3-0 last time, and then took a 3-0 pitch and struck out, but he singles here, got on top of that baby, and the Cardinals have 2 on, 1 out. That's the Alec Burleson we know.
The old high ball hitter, Alec Burleson. He starts with his hands high, and he's able to get to anything up. This one well above the zone. The slider from Hunter Green, and easily jumps on it to get 2 guys on here with 1 out.
So the Reds want to talk it over. Herrera is next. I say this all the time when we face opposing hitters when they're struggling. So-and-so is 2 for his last 27, and that's what scares you. I would say the same of Herrera here. Ivan, with 18 strikeouts in his last 17 games, at some point he's going to figure it out, and somebody's going to pay. This would be a perfect time for that to happen.
No, it would be, and look, he hit a shot 106 off the bat to dead center field last time, so he was right on a Hunter Green fastball. But that big hit, right? They've been elusive in this series. 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position tonight. 2 for 12 in the last couple games.
Swing and a shot. That's down the line and into the corner. The Reds pay. 1 run scores. Burley's getting windmilled around third. He will score. It is 3-0. Welcome back, Ivan Herrera.
Chip, you called it. Ivan Herrera was due. What did he get? This one, the spinner on the inner half, down and in, goes down and hammers it right down the line. Another hard-hit baseball, and the Cardinals are able to add to their lead.
That's more like it. 3-0 Cardinals. A walk and 2 hits in the inning. And Lars Nootbaar is next.
Our key to the game today was slug for the Cardinals offense. The extra base hits just have not been coming. We all know that's how you win in the game right now, especially against a guy like Green. Stringing a bunch together is not going to be easy.
His first extra base hit since July 7th. That was against the Brewers. His first double since July 1st. Newt had a good pass at that pitch, and a ball and 2 strikes. That's the dad of the year. Great catch. Don't throw it back.
Had a good toss from a kid the other night, though. And Mom even deflected it a little bit.
Mom saved it from sailing into the lower bowl here at Busch Stadium. Two. And Ubar takes ball 3 and a full count. Third time through the order for Hunter Green. Walk, pop out, single, double. 2 runs are in. And Lars takes ball 4, but this one will be challenged. Stevenson will try to steal a strike. ABS powered by T-Mobile. Strike 3 or ball 4. And Upar's right.
Cincy has 1 more remaining.
So the Reds have 1 challenge remaining. Chance for a big inning now. Mason Wynn, your batter. He's grounded out and popped out.
Well, Mason been frustrated with some of the offensive output as of late. He was frustrated last at bat when he popped up to the right side. But we know that this guy can put a charge into a baseball. You can see him doing it maybe early on a fastball. Gets the fastball on the outer half, though. Strike 1 for Green. We've seen the opposition, for the most part, trying to stay away from Mason.
Well, he's hit the ball to the right side twice tonight, but he's 0 for 2. Tried there, was late. You're right. Look for that heat. Now you got to worry about the fastball and that big slider.
Well, you think you're going to be looking on the outer half. Then he runs 97 in. Stewart over at first base trying to fill that hole on the right side.
Cincinnati's bullpen starts to work here in the home 6th. Line drive, right field. It'll drop in for a hit. The bases are loaded. Not hard hit, but it got the job done. 3 aboard, 1 out.
Well, with 2 strikes, you better be up there ready to fight, and that's exactly what Mason Wynn was able to do on this one. This is a firm one on the inner half. 98, went with the sinker again, was hoping to tie him up, and just muscles it into right to load up the bags.
So a chance for a giant inning for St. Louis here. Brian Torres is your batter. The Redbirds have the bases loaded. Green has faced 6 batters. He's retired just 1 of them. And now we step aside for a quick word from Jack in the Box.
Don't get FOMO. Get my Philly style bonus Jack combos and new Philly Munchie Meal.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Sam Moll is starting to get loose. Three 0 Cardinals. Can the Redbirds deliver maybe the knockout blow? A deep fly ball would add to the 3-run lead. And Torres fooled there. Strike 1. Herrera at third. Lars Nootbaar at second. Mason Wynn singled to load the bases. Line right field. That'll get 1 home. Brian Torres makes it 4-0.
Well, Brian Torres again, another guy ready to hit a fastball at 97. That was Brian Torres's first hit with the bases loaded. Was 0 for 3. Able to add that first knock right there. You think he's excited? The fist pump. Busch Stadium going wild. I love that.
And the Cardinals, Brad, stringing together hits, adding on runs. Now lead 4-0. Blaze Jordan, a good contact man, is up. He got a splitter, strike one. Out of play. That's off to our right. It's 0-2. Put it in play, Blaze. The pitch. That almost got him. That was close.
0-2, ran the sinker up and in. We've seen him dot some sliders away. We've also seen Jordan be able to go down and stroke one of those.
Fought that off. You know, this young man, it was a question how well would he play defensively for St. Louis. He's been terrific at the hot corner and at first base. What surprised me is how well he puts the ball in play. Just 15 strikeouts in 98 at bats.
And he's starting to get the ball in the air more consistently.
And that's a real skill. Ollie was talking about Blaze a couple of weeks ago. He said in some ways he reminds me of Jordan Walker. Not as much power, but his ability to put the ball in play on the ground. The next step, line drives.
Yep, and he's been working. Ollie was talking to us today and just about the work ethic.
Job down the line, a base hit. That's going to score two more. What a trip to the plate for Blaze Jordan. And all of a sudden, you see this Cardinals offense taking a big sigh of relief. Terrific approaches and even better results.
Chip, 1-2 count. Watch him guide this 98-mile-an-hour fastball right through the right side. Stays on top of it. That right side was wide open. He peeked at the defense. He knew where everybody was at. That was wide open right there. Played pepper and was able to drive in a couple.
The Cardinals have chased Hunter Green with a 5-run sixth inning. The Redbirds lead Cincinnati 6-0, and we're not done yet in downtown St. Louis.
Nighttime recovery. You're so back.
Bottom six, what a fun inning for the Cardinals. 8 have come to the plate, 5 have scored. There's only 1 out. And now Sam Maul will answer a Chevy call to the bullpen.
Well, things have gotten dicey all season when the bullpen door opens up for Cincinnati. This group has had their struggles. Hopefully they continue here with the lefty Sam Maul. He'll drop down on you, sweeper sinker mix.
Lefty here for Nathan Church, who takes a strike. This is where you want to be when you face the Reds. Despite good work out of their relief corps last night, Brad, their Pensmen have had all kinds of problems.
Well, a lot of the problems, too, have been throwing strikes. Maul was able to get ahead, but most walks in baseball out of the bullpen. So oftentimes patience will be a big key. Know what you're looking for, know how this guy's going to approach you, and stick to the game plan.
Those guys are having a blast. So are we. 6-0, St. Louis the lead. Low and away. Might recall Cincinnati got off to a blazing hot start. They were in first place in the division at the end of April, and then the worm turned for their relief corps. 2 balls and a strike. Bunt try. Maul recovers and flips the glove. That'll bring home a run. Nathan Church with an RBI. It's a 7-0 game.
Playing a little small ball right here is Church. Look at this thing. This gets down perfectly. Actually almost snuck by Maul right there when he gets it down, but squares up, make sure he gets the bat out in front. Little safety squeeze as soon as you see it down. Torres able to sprint home. Perfect.
You know what? That's an example of selflessness for an offense and a player who's struggling at the plate. put the bat on the ball, get a run home. And that's exactly what Church did. And the Cardinals have put 7 on Hunter Green tonight. J.J. Weatherholt started the inning with a walk. He bats for the second time here in the 6th. 7 runs on 8 hits. J.J. has scored 2 runs. 15th time this season he's had 2 or more runs scored. And got a hanger and couldn't time it. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, you know, that one out of the hand for Maul. He was hoping that he'd get a chance to see that baseball again. Got fortunate. JJ just missed it.
Big crowd at Busch Stadium tonight. They're having some fun. The Cardinals lead by a touchdown. And served out of play. Ricky Doherty's our great stat man upstairs. He tells us that the Cardinals are 12-2 this season when Weatherholt scores multiple times in the same game.
How many times did he score tonight, Chip?
That would be 2.
Let's go. I'd like to see him score again.
I would too. A ball and 2 strikes. Reds defense has been out there forever. And Weatherholt will stay alive. Great trip to the plate for Blaze Jordan. 6 multi-RBI games, including tonight. He's done that 6 times in his first 30 games, the most by a Cardinal since Matt Adams in 2012 and 2013. And that one tipped and caught, and that will retire the side. The Cardinals got a little slug, but a whole lot of hitting. The Redbirds scored 6 times in the 6th inning. They've blown open game 2. And after 6, Andre Palante, a 7-0 lead over the Reds. Well, Brad, I guess the assignment for Andre Palante, don't change a thing here. You lead by 7, and he's pitched 6 shutout innings so far.
Yeah, keep doing what you're doing, right? He's using a little bit of everything. He's been doing a good job of getting ahead. When he doesn't get ahead, he gets back in. You do see a little defensive switch here. Jose Fermin checks in left field for the Cardinals.
Hope nothing's wrong with Lars Nootbaar on a hot, muggy night. As that one misses inside to Eugenio Suarez, the Reds DH, who is 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Palante's season high in innings is 7. He did that against the Padres on June the 16th. Like his chances to do that tonight. That one's right there. Six times this year, the Cardinals have a 6-run inning. It's happened again tonight as Suarez has the hat trick. Palante has his 8th strikeout. That matches his season high. And how has he distributed his outs in the game?
He's used everything, and he's competed in the strike zone. You look at how he's gotten his outs through 6 innings. A lot of it has been in the heart of the zone, but he's set up hitters very well. He's used that knuckle curve really well. Got 5 outs with that, 4 with the slider. So just being able to utilize that whole arsenal here against the Reds.
Something else that you like to see from a starting pitcher is Herrera's going to challenge this knuckle curve called a ball. ABS powered by T-Mobile. Let's see if Herrera flips the count. And he will. Love it when starting pitchers finish the game strong. Palante, Brad, has retired 10 in a row tonight.
Yeah, and that confidence, we were talking about his confidence just in general this season. It feels like it has grown quite a bit, but it will grow throughout the season. And certainly in a game like this, a pitching coach, you love what you're seeing right now from him. This is a guy that He has, let's say arm side miss right there. Watch the next pitch. He's been making those adjustments very, very quickly on the fly.
The job he and Herrera have done tonight is terrific. I mean, these two have been in sync from the very first pitch of the game.
Yeah, well, I love that sequence right there, too. So sinker runs in arm side. Use it. He might not have been trying to throw that thing up and in like that, but you might as well use that for your next pitch. He did so. Perfect slider down and away.
Palante earlier in the game, when he struck out T.J. Friedel, got to 400 strikeouts in his career. He has punched out 8 so far tonight. 9 is his career high. He did that against the Pirates 2 years ago. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sharply hit. Blaze to his left. Throw off target, but Burley off the bag and applied the tag. It's 11 up and 11 down for Andre Palante. Head on down to Busch Stadium on Saturday, August 8th, when the Cardinals play the Rockies. That night, fans take home an all-over print Cardinals polo. Not Polo Asensio, but the polo shirt you saw. That's courtesy of Bear. Tickets and details at cardinals.com/promotion.
The old polo split. Polo Asensio, Benji Molina do a fantastic job on the Cardinals Spanish broadcast. They bring the energy over there. They have some fun.
So we've had the JJ shot, now the polo shot from Tom Meade tonight.
Yeah, of course. I told you, there's not going to be an opportunity that comes up that Tom Meade's not going to be ready for.
Off the knuckles of Noelvi Marte. We wrap up the Red Series tomorrow at 1:15. Abbott and Leahy will be the starting pitchers. Hydrate, folks. It's going to be hot at Busch Stadium. This one to center. Church on the run. He's going to get there. Excellent closing speed. Palante has set down 12 straight. Everything going the Cardinals' way in game 2.
It's too late.
Welcome to Jock in the Box.
St. Louis Cardinals baseball is presented by Jack New Philly-style bonus Jack combo. Shaved steak, grilled onions and peppers, and melty cheese starting at $5.99. And by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. I'm with my bud Brad Thompson. The Cardinals are rolling in game 2, enjoying a 7-0 lead. We have taken care of Hunter Green. Now Chase Petty is on to answer a Chevy call to the bullpen. Jordan Walker will get things started for the Cardinals in the 7th inning.
We joked around earlier about how the Cardinals played nothing but close games, and it seems like every single night that's been the case. Nice to have a little bit of a gap right now, but the Cardinals want to see them continue to pour on. Take a look at our Chevy call to the bullpen. Chase Petty in on the action, his 13th game of the season. Chase Petty's a hard thrower. He's going to run it up there 97, 98 mile an hour. Sinker, change, four seam, and sweeper.
He's done the Michael McGreevy thing up and down between Louisville and Cincinnati 4 separate times this season. He's one of their top-rated arms. We've seen him a time or two. I think he made his big league debut against the Cardinals.
I believe he did.
Correct?
Yeah, I want to say it was in a doubleheader. And the Cardinals were able to get to him. And Petty is one of those guys, he pitches with a lot of emotion, and the Cardinals were able to take advantage of some of that.
No balls, 2 strikes to the reigning home run derby champion, and Petty with a nasty pitch strikes out Walker, and that's how our Honda home run inning kicks off. If Burley or anyone else can go deep, your Gateway Honda dealers will donate $1,000 to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And yes, Petty did debut against the Cardinals on April 30th of 2025. 9 runs, 7 hits in 2 1/3 innings. .6'1", 190 is The tail of the tape for the Reds righty. Originally a Twins first rounder, he was then traded to the Reds. Played college ball at Florida. He was traded for Sonny Gray in March of 2022. By the way, Sonny Gray is rolling for the Red Sox.
Putting it together, man. Already an all-star, a top performer for years, having a career year.
That one flipped out to left. Burley's having himself a fun day. A 3-single game for the Cardinals first baseman. Yeah, Sonny Gray coming into action today since coming off the IL. 10-0 with a sub-2 ERA for the Red Sox.
Wow, you know this about Sonny. He's a competitor. He's got all of the pitches, all of the arsenal, and doing it on a pretty big stage over there in Boston.
4 weeks ago, everyone in Boston was saying we got to sell. Now everybody for the Red Sox is saying we got to buy. Here's Herrera. A ringing double. Got the hit parade and run parade going for the Cardinals in the 6th. Man, did Ivan need that just for his confidence. You talked about the Cardinals wanting some slug. Well, they got 2 extra base hits, 2 doubles, but Herrera's brought home 2 runs.
Yeah, and it was on the heels. The prior at bat, he had scorched one to center field, but didn't have anything to show for it. So being able to get that one down was big. This one sinker in there on Herrera. That's going to be fouled off. Well, he has been hit a whole lot of times, so isn't he? He's got that elbow guard on today, but he was hitting the ball game last night, 25th time of the season.
Yeah, I didn't get to see Ivan before the game. The Cardinals were in their hitters meeting when we were allowed access to the locker room. I wonder if he forgot to put it on.
I bet he won't again.
No, I wouldn't think.
But that was a huge goose egg right afterwards. He got hit with what, 96, 97 there.
That one line to right. Oh boy, Herrera's about to go off, folks. A double to left, and then he reaches for a single to right. He's got hits and back-to-back trips to the plate.
Chip, this is a good pitch. This is a sweeper. It's down, it's away, it's off the plate. It is a tight pitch, hard to recognize, and he sees it and goes with it. During some of the struggles, you might see him pull off of that, try to drive that to the left side, roll over potentially, but stays on it through the right side.
I said it earlier, you just sense that whatever pressure was staring at this Cardinals offense, it's starting to dissipate pretty quickly. You hit a bullet down the left field line, and then you serve one on a pitch that maybe fooled you. All of a sudden, you think your fortunes are starting to turn at the plate. As Fermin bats for the first time and wears one off the ankle. That's Chris Conroy, one of the Cardinals' great athletic trainers. Keeping an eye on Fermin, who's grimacing, but he'll stay in the game.
See where this one ends up catching him. Sinker in right there off that left shin.
Fermin came on at the top of the inning for Lars Nootbaar. That one under the birds on the bat for a strike. It's 1-2. A lot of room in left center for the Ferminator. The pitch. You'll get off me ball, and he was able to foul it away. Even he's smiling about that one.
Emergency hack right there on the sweeper. Picked up the spin. Thought it was going to end up breaking over the middle. It didn't. Able to foul it off.
Good to see that guy smiling. A 7-0 Cardinal lead. Line center field. Well hit. Friedel, though, will have it in. The runners hold for the Cardinals. 2 are out. Mason Wynn is next. And St. Louis starts play today. 2.5 games out of the last wild card. The Pirates are 2 back. Arizona, the number 3 wild card. The Diamondbacks fell in Washington today 5-3, so a chance to pick up some ground there. The Pirates are getting clobbered by the Cubs 10-0, so it could be a very productive game for St. Louis in the wild card chase. We're done with Arizona, but we have a lot of games left with the Pirates. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike for Mason. Dodgers lead the Mets 4-1. Juan Soto had to go to the IL for New York. Boy, what a miserable year for the Mets. Royals beat the Tigers 3-2. Salvi Perez passed George Brett for the all-time home run lead for Kansas City.
Pretty special company. A couple of gentlemen that represent that uniform well.
Marlins lost again 7-2. The Padres beat them. Miami is in free fall. They've lost 11 straight. Two balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Mason pulled off that, and Petty has his second strikeout. To the 8th we go. It's all Cardinals here at home.
And Grogu. Bite now, only on digital.
Here we go to the 8th inning, 7-0. The Cardinals lead the Reds. Here's your Bet365 betting odds. Can anybody score a run in the 8th inning? There are the over/under numbers for that. As this crowd in St. Louis, 33,975. They've enjoyed every minute of it, and they'd love to see Gordon Graceffo in his 43rd game keep it a shutout.
Yeah, one especially in a game like this, right? Want to continue to be on the attack, want to continue just getting ahead of the Red Legs and being able to go from work. Falls behind here the 7-hole, 7-8-9 here for Graceffo against the Reds.
Well, Palante was great. He retired the last 12 batters faced. 7 shutout innings, 2 hits, 1 walk. That was as big a part of it as anything, Brad. It didn't seem like he had many deep counts all day long today.
No, and not many bad misses, right?
Yeah.
Like his misses were very narrow. They were generally in the direction that he wanted. I mean, he was as on point tonight as we can remember all season.
Friedel pops up a 2-0 pitch. Fermin in left. 13 straight have been set down by the Cardinals staff. Dusty Blake's pupil Andre Palante is in line for his 11th win.
Well, Andre Palante, more strikeouts than you're used to seeing from him. 8 in 7 innings. He was still on the ground when he wasn't punching tickets. He was getting 7 ground ball outs. But this is what you love to see. Only 2 hits, that 1 free pass, as you mentioned. He would elevate with his fastball, use both of his breaking balls effectively. Found some good times to mix in that split finger as well. That's the 3rd career start for Andre Palante, with 7 or more innings, 8 or more Ks, and no runs allowed. So Dusty Blake, a little room to breathe for your pitching coach today as well.
Yeah, back-to-back excellent starts. First May last night, Palante today. And we'd like more of the same tomorrow as we wrap up the series with the Reds. The guy that's really coming on is Kyle Leahy, Brad. He's really started to figure out all that the starting assignments entail, not just preparation, but the performances. All those ups and downs, man. It's been more ups for Kyle, who's been extremely stingy on the mound his last 5 starts.
Yeah, he has. I think that Kyle Leahy is another one of those guys that you have to continue to preach, and especially in a year like this, but you preach patience. Giving a guy an opportunity to start at this level, you want to give him the runway to do it through a season at the very least. And the Cardinals being patient with Kyle Leahy has really pulled off. There's a reason they gave him the chance they did. They love the pitchability. They love the fact that he had 7 pitches that he could bring to the table.
Graceffo has his first strikeout, 2 away. Leahy has the ball tomorrow in the series wrap-up. Brad, he's 7-4. His ERA is disappearing. It's at 3.59.
And those are the numbers that you're talking about as of late over the last 5. Are you kidding me? The 143 opponent average. Not giving up the free passes, has been racking up some strikeouts, keeping the ball in the ballpark, and that confidence for Leahy continuing to grow.
Ke'Bryan Hayes is 0 for 2 and takes upstairs. Andrew Abbott, a left-hander, will be on the mound for Cincinnati. It appears it'll be the third, final, and yes, rubber game of the series here at Busch Stadium. Ke'Bryan Hayes, once a Pirate, now a Red.
Still not used to seeing Ke'Bryan Hayes wearing the red here in Cincinnati. Remember, he was supposed to be the guy there for Pittsburgh. They signed him to an 8-year, $70 million contract a few years back.
It's been a tough go for Hayes the last couple of years. He's endured an 0 for 33 stretch at the plate. His best year 2023 with a 15-homer season. He's hit 16 homers combined since.
Yeah, it's weird to see that power zap. That was one of the things, like even early he would hit some doubles. They thought he was going to grow into that power more in Pittsburgh. An elite defender. But the thought was you get him over to Cincinnati. I'm sure this is what the Reds were thinking, that in that ballpark the power numbers would end up spiking. Just hasn't really been the case.
Pop fly back toward us and out of play. Two-time Gold Glover. That's the good news for Hayes. But Ke'Bryan, a lifetime .247 hitter. De La Cruz waits next. Things got off on the wrong foot literally for the Cincinnati shortstop today. An error to the first batter as Graceffo blows away Ke'Bryan Hayes. A couple of strikeouts. 15 up, 15 down for the Cincinnati offense as the Cardinals are rolling at home.
Zone, AutoZone.
Hey, welcome back. Bottom 8. The Cardinals are leading 7-0 over the Reds, and we'll have the post-game show presented by CarShield after the last out. Return to the bats tonight, and how about steady Eddie Andre Palante? A lot going right tonight in the Victory Blues. Chip, what do you think?
Yeah, it's been fun, Danny. You will have, we hope, a very happy Cardinals post-game tonight. And a chance to win the series tomorrow.
Yeah, the Victory Blue staying with their name. Almost everybody, and I mean almost everybody, rocking the Victory Blue. Your shirt, nice, Chip.
Thanks,
Victory
Brad.
Blue, got a little snowflake accents, Cardinal logo on it. Everybody in the organization today rocking these bad boys.
Yeah, it was a good look, top to bottom, almost top to bottom.
For almost everybody.
Ryan Torres 1 for 3. An RBI single his last time up. So with a 7-run lead, figure Graceffo should be able to get the final 3 outs. Bigger picture, this has been fun to watch the last 2-3 days because the Cardinals are playing a man shy in their bullpen with Hunter Dobbins still here. Dobbins pitched so well out in Anaheim. As this one on the ground, De La Cruz gobbles that one up. And there is out number 1. Breakout beats and head out to Busch Stadium for halfway to Mardi Gras. Friday, August 7th. Fans with a theme ticket take home an exclusive Cardinals Mardi Gras sweatshirt. Get your tickets at cardinals.com/theme.
I'm ready for it. Gonna be a good time. Another fun giveaway at the ballpark.
Yeah, I hope the fans from Soulard come on out to the ballpark.
No, they
a mile away from the ballpark.
They know how to do Mardi Gras in Soulard. It's the second biggest Mardi Gras, right?
Yep. Just outside of New Orleans, of course. Now, I know you have beads at home. You have.
Of course I do. Earned them.
Celebratory guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Who doesn't? Yeah, you kidding me? Here for the party. One of my favorite things is the Wiener Dog Parade.
Oh, in Sula.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, big time. Or anywhere, honestly. If you're going to have a parade of Wiener Dogs, count me in.
Okay.
But yes. And the dogs, all the dogs.
Yes. Do the dogs wear beads?
Yeah, of course they do.
Okay.
And outfits, and they do it up out there. You a Wiener Dog fan? Some people don't like him. I don't know why. Oh, your reaction right there just tells me everything I need to know.
Yeah, I gotta tell you,
not a big wiener.
Although I'll bet I would probably like Buddy just fine.
Yeah, well,
hey, how about that catch?
It's good hands out there. We've seen a couple of good catches in the stands. Oh, look at that. Always ready. Always ready. Yeah, you like Buddy, though. Buddy's a part of like 7 different dogs.
Okay.
So, he's definitely got the long body of a wiener dog, but I don't know. Whatever else he is.
2 outs. Yeah, I would imagine if you put beads on the dogs, that would be tough because they'd want to chew them and pull them apart, cause all kinds of havoc.
Yeah, that's what dogs do.
Yeah. So do you have to safe keep your beads with Buddy at home?
Well, you have to safe keep most of everything at our house, actually. You leave that guy unattended, boy, he'll find your favorite things and tear them up for you. Very kind of him. He's a good boy, though. Did eat a couple holes in the carpet in the last few months.
How are the dining room chairs?
Dude, I tried to. Dining room chairs are okay. That was the other dog.
Oh, that's right.
Poppy did that. I've been trying to patch carpet recently. Boy, I need to work on that. It's not fantastic. It's better than a hole in it.
Church to center. That's well hit. Friedel will retreat, and he'll grab that at the edge of the warning track. What do they say? You can't beat fun at the old ballpark. We go to the 9th.
The more you should save. That's simple human sense.
We head to the 9th inning. It's all Cardinals. The Redbirds are trying to win a game without hitting a home run. Last time they did that was June 22nd this season. A big 6-run 6th busted the game open against Hunter Green. Top of the order for Cincinnati against Gordon Graceffo, who will work his 2nd inning tonight.
We're trying to nail this thing down here for the Cardinals, and you had mentioned it earlier. The Cardinals pitching staff doing a really good job. First of all, their starters have been eating up innings, bullpen being efficient. The Cardinals have wanted to keep Hunter Dobbins on this roster, give him another opportunity, and that length has been very, very helpful in doing so.
Ellie De La Cruz is 1 for 3 in tonight's game. Committed an error on a batted ball from J.J. Weatherholt, then got all tangled up with the feet on a Jordan Walker blue pit, and that allowed the Cardinals to have a chance to score a run in the first, and they did, and have not looked back. And with a 7-run lead, Graceffo a 4-pitch walk to Ellie De La Cruz. That's something the Cardinals are going to have to clean up. There have been some very bright moments in relief for St. Louis this year, but more walks than the starters in many fewer innings pitched by the relief corps. That's not going to feed the wiener dog, or bulldog, as it were.
Any dog,
yeah,
really. Yeah, that's that is a key, is just limiting the free passes. The hard part out of the bullpen, too, you're trying to come in with your nastiest stuff. So a lot of times you're coming in, you're breaking ball ready. If you don't execute, or if the opposition doesn't bite, all of a sudden you're in a little bit of a hole. So you will see that at times, but that's been the biggest issue for the Reds bullpen. Like, the Reds bullpen has walked a ton of guys. Coming into action today, their pen had walked 223 batters. That's the most in baseball. I forget the exact number, but they've already set a record of how many bases loaded walks, and they did that like a month ago in a season.
Herrera's going to challenge that pitch. I think I might have missed it by that much. Let's see if he's right. ABS powered by T-Mobile, just off the plate. 2 balls and a strike for Sal Stewart, who is 0 for 3. I'm sure casual fans coming to the ballpark in this spot are watching 7-0, throw it right down the middle. Well, you do that, it can get hot in a hurry. But you can't walk people with this part of the lineup, no matter the lead. 3 balls and a strike. Graceffo's goal end this game. You don't want anyone else even thinking about warming up. In the bullpen in the 9th. Lined into right. Stewart with a base hit. So a walk and a single later. Bleday is coming up with 2 aboard and nobody out. Well, the triple play is in order.
Oh, how do you want to see it? It's going to be a little tough to do your traditional 5U, 4-3.
Right to Mason Wynn.
Okay, I like it.
Come on, Gordon. 1 ball, no strikes. You ever called a triple play?
I don't think so.
No. One ball, no strikes for Bleday.
I'm sure you've had a few over the years.
One. I had
just one
with the Mariners. John Valentin. Remember him with the Red Sox? Line drive to short. Stepped on the bag at second and tagged an on-rushing runner who was trying to steal.
That's great.
Yeah, it was fun. It was
that was the beginning of your career.
Yeah, that was. Let's see. That was Lou Pinella's first year in Seattle.
Wow.
That was fun. That might have been the first series Alex Rodriguez played as a major leaguer. And now the fans are getting on Gordon a little bit here. With a 7-run lead, he's already walked a batter, and he's a pitch away from loading the bases. And he just did.
This is one of those spots here. A few of the misses for Graceffo have been elevated, have been arm side. They're going to go talk it over. The Cardinals will get some action going in the bullpen. You almost want to make an over adjustment here. You do want to be in the strike zone, obviously, but I'd be trying to pepper something at the bottom of the zone. Really make yourself stay back, get on top of the baseball.
The Reds have Dane Myers, Spencer Steer, Nathaniel Lowe, and Trevino in wait on the bench. But they're not pinch hitting yet. Here's Suarez. All he could do is make it a 3-run game. He has struck out 3 times.
I'd like to see him throw that one again. Keep it down in the zone. Oftentimes when you're missing with your location, staying on the breaking ball, get you back where you need to be. Spiked it there 0-2. Wanted to make sure he didn't make a mistake over the plate. Mind sticking with it again. Start this one in the zone.
Riley O'Brien is getting loose just in case. Didn't chase it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Big pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Struck him out. Suarez has struck out 4 times.
Graceffo went right on right, changeup right here to end up catching Suarez. Look, and it does, just paints the inside corner. Tried the other way with a couple of breaking balls. Pretty filthy right there.
I love that pitch. Tyler Stevenson, a double play ends the game. Graceffo wants a new baseball. We have seen it so much this year, at least in my opinion, in this era of high spin, high velocity. Pitchers that have a changeup really cause hitters problems. Downstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. Stevenson is 0 for 3. Cardinals trying to take a 5-2 season series lead over the Reds. A game yet to be played tomorrow. Stevenson's hitting 4 double plays. Have a 5-game series against the Reds in late August. Well, we had a game rained out earlier this year. So a 5-gamer starting August 17th through August 20th. Then we go to Philly.
That's going to be quite a long trip.
Yes. 1-2 pitch. Change up again. 2 outs.
Well, let's see this one. Did he go? Stevenson didn't like it. I would say absolutely so, as did the first base umpire, Gabe Morales.
$33,000 plus standing in St. Louis. The Cardinals trying to shut out the Reds. Strike 1. Cardinals trying to gain some ground on the Pirates and Diamondbacks in the wild card race. It's going to be a tight race the rest of the way, and we have 58 games left. We still have more than a third of the season remaining. Ground ball third. Blaze has it. Quick release. Early the stretch, and the Cardinals have shut out Cincinnati. 7-0, a 3-hitter. Palante and Graceffo with the pitching heroics. And Brad, this St. Louis offense, 7 runs on 10 hits. Boy, they needed that.
Yeah, it was the Cardinals offense this time that had the big inning, the 6-run sixth, the difference maker. But what a well-pitched ball game. They shut out the Reds. That's the 11th or 10th time they've been shut out this season, the 5th time this month. But the Cardinals were aggressive. Palante was outstanding. A big couple of innings there. Great job by Graceffo, too, who was struggling with his command a little bit in that second frame to dial back in.
Andre Palante is the winner now, 11-6. What a turnaround for him, Brad, after a learning season in 2025.
Yeah, look, throughout that season, it was career highs in innings, in starts, and a lot of things for Andre Palante, but he wanted to clean up some of the overall numbers. He has done that. The confidence, the poise, all of the execution of his pitches. He was really good tonight, racked up 8 strikeouts in this game.
And confidence for an offense facing a guy as talented as Hunter Green. The Cardinals touched him for 6 earned runs, 8 hits, and our Budweiser player of the game, Ivan Herrera, had a big night.
Yeah, he did. He needed that too. Scorches this double down the line. He brings in a couple and then adds another single to the right side. Herrera has been scuffling a little bit as of late, but as he goes, this offense goes, and they certainly went today, and especially in that 6th inning.
Yeah, you asked for a little slug. The Cardinals did provide some slug. Herrera, a nice night. behind the plate, working well with Andre Palante. He's our star of the game interview with Jim Hayes.
2 hits for Ivan, including a 2-run double in the 6th when the Cardinals exploded for 6 big runs. You guys had been in a slump collectively. How good did it feel to break out all together at once?
Yeah, I mean, we've been dealing with a lot of things over here, you know, struggle with the offense. But we came back to that, man. We show up. I mean, we don't try to struggle, but we do, and it's part of baseball. So it's good to see guys coming out close today, and, you know, hopefully we can build from that.
You also had hit a little rough patch, 2 hits tonight. How do you keep it going from here?
Yeah, I mean, today I was talking yesterday with someone, like people I work with. It's been, you know, I had some bad habits with my swing. Today I did something that I felt super uncomfortable, but it paid off. You know, it's like hitting, like if you're bad with your mechanics, you know, you're not gonna be good. I mean, I was hitting balls to the ground. And like I said, I'm just trying to stay a little more back and, you know, use my hands. Like that's what I do best.
It worked. Hunter Green has nasty stuff. You guys hammered him. What was the key?
I mean, really good fastball, good slider. We started using that splitter late in the game. I mean, he's a competitor like us, and we show up today and we win this game. Really important for us.
Sure looked like Andre had it all working. Every pitch seemed to be working. What was he doing that made him so effective?
Like I said, I would say like he needs to be able to mix around first, second, third time through. You know, this guy got a lot of pitches that he worked on it last offseason. He's been working so hard, and it's paid off. After last year, man, he wanted to work on his new sinker, and it's paid off. I think that pitch is really good for righties. Keep them off their slider, and
keep it going.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Chip, Ivan Herrera.
Ivan Herrera, big night for the Cardinals. The offense came to life, Brad, and now a chance to win the series behind Kyle Leahy tomorrow.
Well, nobody in the rotation throwing the ball better than Kyle Leahy over his last 5, so look forward to that, and hopefully some carryover offense from this one. What a fun ball game. Let's do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, let's listen to Freebird after Cardinals winner tomorrow. We're on the air just after noon for Game 3. St. Louis, a 7-0 shutout, a 6-run 6. The difference in Game 2. For Brad Thompson, Jim Hayes, Chip Carey, stick around. Danny and Ricky have the post-game show next.